Hi guys, I'm Ant from SV Impavidus. This is the story of how we got our new mainsail made and our UV strip on our jib replaced. Now the sails are coming up for 9 years old, they're Dacron, and although they're still fairly crisp, the mainsail has taken a bit of a battering over the years, and that is because it is an in-mast furling system that we've got, and it does tend to give the sails a hard time. We've also got swept spreaders, and they tend to rub on the sail when we're running downwind if we're not very careful. So in the end it was cheaper for us in the long run to have a new sail made and have the UV strip on the jib replaced than it was to simply just repair everything, and as we were told, you'd still have a 10-year-old sail. So yeah, I'm very impressed. We went up there just to see how our sail was made, ended up staying the whole day and doing lots of videos. So if you wait till the end, I'll give you all the links and information on how you can get in touch with Impulsion Sails. They'll work just about anywhere, but to be honest, the prices in Tunisia for berthing are about half what they are in Europe, and it's cheaper to go over, put your boat there for a couple of months, have your new sails made, and then come away smiling. So yeah, enjoy the video. Don't forget, like and subscribe now, because if you haven't subscribed, you won't get notifications on upcoming videos, and we've got some real good ones coming up. Anyway, here's the video. The loft at Impulsion Sails was, to say the least, impressive. It was big, with over 10 metres of unsupported span at the rear of the workshop. Their equipment was modern, up to date, in fact it's cutting edge. And the sails that they were turning out, well,
now you know why they need
the workmanship on them was unbelievably good, really good. In fact, the best I've seen. Doing next? Oh yeah, we're going up to Impulsion Sails. We've just booked a taxi here. It's actually cheaper to get a taxi from here and then come back again than it is to hire a car for half a day. So we're going to go up and see how our new mainsails.
Yeah, and they've invited us for lunch.
Yes, they've invited us for lunch, which is really nice. So there we go, a day out. Come along with us. We'll show you our new mainsail being made, and we're going to do a bit of a factory tour as well, aren't we? Brilliant. See you in a minute. The journey in the taxi took us about 20 odd minutes, and on the way we went past the salt flats, which have a lot of flamingos in. If you look carefully, you can just see them feeding in the shallow water.
Absolutely huge.
These machines and this part of the loft are from the original building. The rear of the building has a large extension which has recently been opened, and it has a 10-metre span between the piers. This allows them to work on or fabricate some really big sails, and we'll see some of those later in the video.
Okay.
So what you see right now didn't used to be what it is right now today. This loft
was limited up to these columns. So
Yeah.
this was our ancient old loft. And last year, March 15, we made the grand opening for this extension. And the thing is, the advantage here, we do not have poles, so we have 10 meters of width
Yeah.
and 24 meters of length. So that's one big piece that allows us to work on
Yeah.
bigger sails now.
Yeah.
That's
surface areas we couldn't do on this loft.
that is a big span.
Yeah, and the old one is now kept for smaller works, like for canvas, upholstery, repairs, things like that. And new sails, bigger sails are being built here. So we do not build any more big sails over there. Everything is being focused here.
So this is our one.
Yes, this is the one. This is your sail being built here. So they just assembled the sail. This is how we do it. So after cutting the sail and tweaking the design and the shape and everything, it is stick together with double-sided tape
Yeah.
on all the seams. And that's how we kept it for you until you come and have a look at it. And what we're gonna see later, after lunch of course,
Yeah.
we will start stitching your sails. And stitching happens there.
Well, that's a big machine.
Yeah, that's the sewing machine. And all the beast. And there's a sail there being sewn right there. And I think, yeah, they are doing the leech cord on
Yeah.
the sail. Is it the leech cord? I think it is, yeah. Yeah. So that's the leech cord. That's how they apply it. And when he's sewn, you'll be able to see this later. He will make a demonstration for you. When he's sewn, that's how he puts it, and then feeds it under the machine. There he goes.
Excellent.
And this is actually an option we add on demand. What you're seeing here is the leech cord, but it is being sent to the left side with
Yeah.
these blocks. So the blocks will be sewn later here, in probably this shape.
So you can do
So
the
you-
leech of the sail from the bottom of the mast.
From the mast foot, yeah. So
Yeah.
when you are adjusting and trimming the leech cord, you don't have to go to the back of the boom and try to balance yourself
Yeah.
or climb the bimini. You can do it from the mast foot without taking any risks.
That's always been a problem for us on our sail.
Especially on catamarans.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's a
Sometimes
long-
the boom is at the right way at the back of the
Yeah.
the
And
bimini.
high up.
Yeah, and you cannot even reach it.
So for us, that cord, we could never get it to stay tight. We're always having to
But your
adjust
sail
it
is in mast furling sail,
as
right?
well. Yes.
So that's a great example here for a similar situation. So this is the clue point on
Yeah.
an in-mast furling mainsail.
Yeah.
So instead of trimming the leech cord on the leech,
Yeah.
we send it to the foot side, so you trim it on the foot.
Yeah.
We do not have a big span. We cannot go further back to the foot because
Yeah.
that is the furling area.
Yeah.
But we can put it here on the UV strip. So
Yeah.
this is how we do.
That's a much better.
Yeah, this is how we do our clue points on in-mast furling mainsail. The webbings go inside this canvas, so the webbings are always protected with the UV strip.
Yeah.
So they are beneath the UV strip. For roller reefing
Yeah.
sails, furling sails, we always reinforce some area. What you're seeing here, this reinforcement.
Yeah.
What we do over time, especially on materials like Dacron, they will deform.
Yes.
And they will keep a wavy shape
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
And we do not want to see that happen. So to prevent that from happening, we add some reinforcement on the foot starting from the tank, and that's where most of the deformation or the shape alteration happens.
Yeah.
So that helps it a lot. You'll see that on our Genoas, in-mast furling mainsails, yeah, pretty much any furling sail. And now we are
have bobbins preloaded
We do.
and you just change them?
Yeah, we do especially for colors.
Yeah.
Because we saw in white and gray, and you may notice that on the sail. And that is for aesthetic and for arrogance reasons. It's for our ego. Because when you sew in gray, you are showing your sewing.
Yeah.
So if you're making mistakes, it's going to be visible. And that is a kind of signature to show, to say like, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
Do not make mistakes. And there is the in between, the third sewing line, it's in white. So you may not see it from here, but I will show it on this camera. So the edges, the two lines are sewn in gray, and the mid one is in white. There we go. You have to change the.
Yeah. For the bobbin.
The bobbin, yeah. That's the bobbin for this one. And it always happens when it's not convenient. See that at the tack? See that it's not a straight line anymore. So that's the love coming down to the tack, and here we have this cutback, and this happens at the entrance of the groove. So on your Genoa you have that entrance to the groove, right, where you feed your bolt rope,
That's right, yeah.
All right, so that's where the cutback happens.
Right. Yeah.
If we don't do that, and if we keep it straight, that will pull a horizontal wrinkle from that entrance to the groove, and that has a small minor impact, but still not something we wanted to see on our sail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's a small detail, but it makes a difference on the finish of the sail. This is a 12-ton press machine, and all the press-in rings are pressed with these dies. So depending on the size of the sail area and everything, we decide on the die and the ring diameter, and everything happens here. And so, this is the manual working area. So these are the manual punch tools.
Okay, yeah.
So when we're punching holes in the sails, so these are the punch tools and everything. They are punched there on that Teflon plate, and then we feed it under the press machine.
Yeah. Wow.
We queue them here for delivery. Alright. So we'll make a little demonstration. So what we have here, when we finish sails, when they are out of production, we queue them for delivery. What we got here, this is a furling reacher for a Vanstad 37 in Desert Marina. It's gonna be delivered this week. And these three sails, they are for a Super Maramoon ML.
Yeah.
This is the mizzen, main, furling main, and Genoa, all made in hydronet radial material. And this is a Bavaria 38 in-mast furling mainsail in Desert Marina as well. And that's another boat in Winter Marina. We'll make a little demonstration of this sail since it has some colors and it's nice to show.
So do you do a lot of MLs?
Of what?
Of the ML sails.
We do not have any specific boat. We do a lot of everything. So we do make sails for every type of boat. But yeah, we've got a number of MLs. Like we've got ML Santorino, Santorin, Santorin in French. So couldn't say it in English. Super Marini, we did a number of them. We did an ML 54. So yeah, we did a number of them.
My experience with ML owners is they're very particular.
Yes, they are. Proud owners.
Very proud owners.
Very proud. Yeah,
very particular.
Difficult to satisfy.
Yeah.
And actually, the owners of old ML boats, they're not buying any new ML boats. They're just holding to their old boats.
Yeah.
They are very competitive compared to the new ML boats.
Yes.
So, before we go to your sail.
Oh, man.
So the black color you're looking at, that is the UV strip. And it is mounted on a DAMA SK75 turf rope. So this is what we're talking about.
Now you know why they need a big lock. That's a whole lot of sail.
Yeah. لا حبوها عزيزة. نمشي واحنا هكا. هاي عم تدخل.
That's a lot of square meters.
Yep. Actually not a lot. This is about 70 square meters.
Is that all? Wow.
Yeah. And you will notice something here, which is something you will have on your sail as well. We started doing this on June 17, I think 2023 or 24, I'm not sure. So right there on this logo, there is an NFC chip.
Yes.
And when you tap it with your phone, you will get some warranty data the day the sail was delivered and fitted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you'll get some information there. And so right now it is static information. And in the future we intend to add some dynamic functions to it.
Wow.
Kind of like some notifications, maybe you need to change the UV strip, something like that. So
That's great. That's really good.
and you have the instructions, so in order to use it you have to turn on NFC on your phone in your settings and then tap it to access to those information.
So if someone stole your sails or stole your boat, basically, as long as that's on there,
You know what sail is that and for what boat was it made.
yeah.
So on the page it will mention that sail is for the boat named XYZ and it was delivered on day XYZ by Ayman and Rabbi or shipped to XYZ place or country. So you have some information. And yeah, interesting question. If the owner declares that the boat or the sail is stolen,
Yeah.
he can contact us and ask us to mention some specific information on that chip. Because the information that is being shown, it is a web page on our website. So we manage the content. So what you have on the chip, it is just a link and it is there. It's locked forever, permanently. And it will always link to our website, to that specific page.
So there's the thing, if someone had their boat stolen, they could notify you, and that chip could then have the information put on your website.
That, I can simply mention, like in big red words, this ship or this boat is stolen. Please report it to the authorities. Instead of having warranty and standard information we mentioned, we can put a warning. This boat has been stolen, please contact the local authorities or contact the owner on this number. So
that's brilliant.
That can be done, and thank you for the idea. How it's done. Can be, interesting.
That's a real security plus, isn't it?
And if you would like to, we can go to your sail right now.
طبعا بوم ضخرة تكملها.
That's the bottom of it, and that's the top from there.
How long have you been operating as Impulsion Sails?
Impulsion Sails has been founded in 2019. We started right when COVID started, so we were hit right at the beginning of our adventure, and now it's been 5 years. That was quite a challenge.
You've built in quite a short period of time. You've built up a very good reputation, I have to say. We only buy things by reputation, and people like Lane and Kay, you know, who are seasoned sailors, and when we said, you know, what do you think, they gave you a glowing reference, and we looked at the sails that you'd made for them some time ago. You know, and your reputation precedes you. So the feeling that I get here is that that's something that you kind of want to build on. Is that correct?
True. It wasn't easy to build that reputation. It was challenging and expensive and hard to preserve. So starting the reputation was okay. Our model was just doing the right thing for our customers. We wanted to make it fair for our people. We're using the right materials, correct dimensions, correct profiles, and good performances. So people noticed differences on their boats' performance from their first sailing trials. And that wasn't easy to do. Any sail maker can do that. What was harder is to preserve that. So once we achieved that level of reputation, it was hard to keep it up, especially when mistakes happen, and more specifically when we deliver sails worldwide and problems happen there. We still do not have overseas offices. So our headquarters is the only office we have here in Tunisia. So when a problem happens, we have to deal with it here in Tunisia. And that happened once at the moment with a customer in France. And we had to keep our promise. So it's covered by warranty, and the customers didn't have to put his hand in his pocket. So we brought the sales back here in Tunisia, we did the needful, and we sent them back as promised. So that's one side of preserving that reputation. The other side is to gain it when people still do not know us. And the main gauge of trust is the way we measure boats. So we measure boats ourselves, whether it is here locally in Tunisia or internationally anywhere in the world. So if it is in Tunisia, we move ourselves, we measure the boat ourselves. If it is abroad, we plan a video call over WhatsApp or whatever, and we conduct a measuring session over ourselves. So we give the instructions, it's like an orchestra, so we have to monitor everything and keep an eye on everybody on the boat through a video call. And the promise is we will be responsible for those measurements. So that way the customer feels okay. He feels relieved. He doesn't have to worry about the measurements once we take responsibility for them.
So is Monastir the main source of your work, or is it outside or other marinas as well as internationally?
Monastir was the starting point, as our headquarters, and our lot is in Monastir. We are 15 to 20 minutes away from the marina, so it all started here, but now we are not limited to Monastir. So yes, we do work on Monastir Marina mainly, and all other marinas in Tunisia, but now our operations are enlarging and covering marinas in multiple countries. We are known by name in some marinas in France. If you go to Saint-Montpellier, if you go to other places in France, they know me by name, they have my number, they call me, they order for their sales just by name. And we're doing the same thing. We are working on different places simultaneously, and so we have shipped some sales to Hong Kong, some sales to Australia, some to the Caribbean. So and we are pinging the markets. So
That's good.
You may want to watch us in the coming years.
It's good in a short time you built that reputation and that clientele worldwide. Let's talk about price, because that's always the question. I'm a great believer in you get what you pay for, but sometimes you can pay too much. So your prices are reasonable. They're not cheap, but they're not overly expensive for the quality of the goods that you're turning out. How do you manage to produce such a good product at the prices you're doing it? What's the secret?
It's the sole secret is the mentality is you need to believe that you have to leave some bread on the table.
Right.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So anyone with that mentality, he can manage to succeed in his business. We do not want to make a maximum profit on one customer. We just want to make it fair for himself and for ourselves as well.
Because a lot of your business is repeat business, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of it.
And our business model is not based on, so maybe this is another secret added to leaving some bread on the table. We do not work a lot with B2B customers, so meaning we do not make a lot of sales for series, for shipyards and for boat manufacturers.
Yeah.
Which is not, by the way, I'm not saying they are good customers, but which is not our target audience or target customers. Our target customers are B2C section of the market, which allows us to focus a lot on custom-made sales. Customization. So we spend a lot of time on designing sails, measuring boats, and sometimes going back and forth to the customer to ask him to measure again or ask him for a detail. So we treat every project different and as a single project. So we have to go through all the process from A to Z, make sure we're not missing anything, we make sure we have answered all the questions beforehand. So the customer experience is part of the product, I may say. So
I understand.
yeah, so from the very first handshake until the after sales, that's the whole process. And the production of the actual sales themselves is just a portion of it. So we want to make sure that the customer from the very first day until the end and beyond is still wanting to feel that we got your back.
Yeah. That's that. I like that.
Yeah.
How many people now are you employing? Because when we first came to Tunisia nearly 4 years ago, there was just 2, maybe 3 of you.
Yeah, true.
How many now?
Yeah, at the beginning we were just about 4 to 5, and now we are 10 to 15, give or take, and that changes depending on the time of the season.
Yeah.
You know, making sales is a season attached activity business. So sometimes of the season we need more manpower, sometimes we need less. So that varies between 10 to 15 for now.
And a family business, you're involving all the family as much as possible? Or?
Yes, you can say that it is. So the owner of the business is not myself, he is my cousin, and he is the guy who is selling your sale. So
right.
now you know.
Yeah.
And he is my cousin, and his brother is there also.
Yeah.
So we are 3 from the same family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a family business.
Family businesses are always the ones that do right.
Yeah.
If they have the right mentality. You seem to have just got it right. You know, we've spent the day here looking around, looked at the quality of the product you're using. Good yarn, good thread. You have a big loft. There's good quality materials. It's not cheap and cheerful. It's the proper materials that you should be using. I'm not a sailmaker, but I know quality when I see it.
Sure.
It seems to be a winning formula.
Yeah, it is. We know it is, and at some point, people try to buy us. So when they saw our curve, our climbing curve, they knew it is a winning product and it is a winning formula, and they wanted to buy the company or get some shares of it. So that's not happening. That didn't happen. It will not happen. And we're happy with it the way it is, and we are building it brick by brick. So it's like we are having the pleasure of seeing the business being built, slow, steady, and right for everyone. And when I say right for everyone, it's not only for us as owners or for the customers, it's also for our employees. So I have the mentality, and the owner also has the same mentality, that everyone in this business has to do it with pleasure. And our first customer here is the employee who is making your sales.
Yeah.
And I've learned this from a number of multinational companies I worked with. If your employee is not satisfied, you cannot expect him to satisfy your final customer. So yeah, that's about designing sales. And to get in touch with us, it's either on our website, impulsionsails.com, and no dash, no point, no separation, or my contact number, plus 216 22 090 010. That's my direct and WhatsApp number.
Okay, so I'll put that number in the information down below the video.
Sure.
And a link to your website as well.
Sure.
And
I'll give you a more interesting link, which is the most link that people go visit on our website. It's the quotation request form. So yeah, people when they get to our website, they go straight to there or they ask for it. So I'll give you that link. It's the same website / quote. That's direct link to.
We'll put both in.
Yeah, sure.
Pass me the Leatherman.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. That's lovely. It's a good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, well that was a long video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I just wanted to point out that we paid full price for our mainsail. We're under no obligation to Impulsion Sails, but as always, when we find something that's good and we think it's good value and a reputable business, but we like to tell you so that you can get the benefit. Just to let you know, the price of the new sail for us is, it's actually the area is 32.95 meters square, and the price was €2,095. Now they prefer you to pay in Tunisian dinar, so the euro is a good sort of base currency that doesn't fluctuate too much, to give you an idea. So yeah, the quotes that we had from the UK, and of course we would have had to have bought it over from the UK, were twice that. The sail is custom made. It's made to our specifications, and it's had a few little things done to it which make it much better than the original Evestrom sail. I'm very, very happy with it. We've done a 170-mile crossing from Tunisia to Malta, and the sail performed impeccably. As I say, a few slight differences on the cut, the shape and the outhauls and what have you, and we'll probably do something on that in the next few days. But go and have a look at their website, and as I said before, the guys are really great there. They've got a great work ethic, good old-fashioned traditional business values, and that's what's making them good. And they've grown in the last 5 years or so, but they've grown and it's sustainable. They've done it in a way that which doesn't detract from the work that they're doing, let's say. So all the links are in the description. Give Rabbi a call if you want. I've put the WhatsApp number down in the bottom, and I hope that the video has been enjoyable for you as it was for us to go and see the sails being made and have a look through the loft and the workshops. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it does help us with the algorithm from Google, as Mr. Google doesn't like us at the moment for some reason. Don't know why, but comments as well, and sharing, those help out as well. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, sail safe. Bye for now.